Hi guys, hope you're all well. Got another little video here on the Landy. So last time I used it, the clutch pedal almost went straight to the floor. The biting point was just off the floor instead of in its normal position where it normally was. I got home, turns out there's no fluid in the master reservoir. So basically I just changed both cylinders, masters and slave, on the clutch. I didn't film any of that because I had a friend around yesterday helping me do it, but I'll just get a quick close-up of the new bits. So here's the master. To be fair, it was a pretty straightforward job. Took this little cover off, undid the brake pipes, 6 bolts from inside, and you take the whole like tower out, I suppose, that holds it. Swap that over. Removing the slave cylinder is a pretty straightforward part of it. It's just a case of draining the fluid out, remove the line that goes to it, and the 2 mounting bolts. It's just made awkward having the TDI conversion and a bigger bore exhaust in the way to get to it all. Fitted up the new parts, put it in, and to be fair, it bled up straight away. I know some people have had trouble like bleeding these systems up, but I was pretty lucky with this. It bled up straight away and we got full pedal back straight away. So yeah, really happy with that. So today's job, I'm going to have a go at changing the fluids in the swivels, gearbox, transfer box and axles. My swivels leak pretty badly. I'd like to rebuild them, like the whole axle, but that's not going to happen at the minute. So I've decided I'm going to drain out the fluid in it, and I've bought some one-shot grease to try. So yeah, I'm going to be putting 1 shot in the swivels, and then gearbox, transfer box and axles ZP90. I've bought GL4. The only thing that's going to scupper me here is I haven't got the proper tool to get the drain plugs out the bottom of the gearbox, transfer box or the axles, because it's essentially like a little slot. So I'm going to have a go with the end of a spanner and see if I can get them to undo. So this video might be finishing here, or I might get to complete the job. Okay, here's the old slave cylinder. I don't know if you can quite see inside it. It was really grim. This is the end that had been leaking. And then the master looked to be in pretty good condition. I mean, there was no leaking or anything behind the rubber. The only thing was that like inside there, I don't know if you can see, it was all grainy, and the fluid was like dark brown. You know, they're definitely both past their best, so worth replacing both together. I've just pulled the Landy out way underneath it. I managed to undo the drain plugs with the end of the spanner idea I had. I think He-Man must have done them up. There was no way they were leaking or he wanted them falling out. So yeah, previous owner must have been down the gym every day. So yeah, I'm going to get underneath it now and I'll show you what I'm doing. Right, I'm under the Landy. Well, I'm just in front of it. This is the driver's side swivel. I don't know if we can really see this, but here's the drain for the swivel. I'm just going to give that a clean up because it's not very easy to see it with the amount of grease there. Okay, next thing I'm going to drain that fluid out of there. I've given that a quick clean with a wire brush. It's a 7/16 head on this drain plug. So I'm just going to undo this now and hopefully drain out any fluid that's still left in it, because I haven't kept it up for a couple of months. Not a lot's coming out of there. A little drip. This is going to take a while to empty. I think I'm just going to undo the fill plug, see if that helps it drain a little bit quicker, because I'll be here all day otherwise. So it's pretty much stopped draining now. It's just a couple of little drips coming out of it, taking about 5 minutes for it to come out, all of it out. I've cleaned up the drain plug, ready to go in, so I'm just going to give it a quick wipe and then I'm going to put that back in before I ever go filling it back up. And then I'm just going to nip it up with the spanner. Right, now it'd obviously make a lot more sense to remove the wheel to try and fill this, but my truck's got all the axle stands under it that I've got, so I'm being lazy, leaving the wheels on and just trying to fill it without taking it off. There's the fill hole, here's the bag of grease. Takes the whole lot, you get 2 of these, 1 for each side. So yeah, I'm just going to nip this corner off and have a go at filling that up. Let's see if I can do it without making too much mess. Right, these fill plugs have got 1/2 inch head on them, but what size is this? 9/16 fits over if you've got a socket. Just nip that up. I'll not do it as tight as the previous owner had done it. There we go, one side done. I'll not film the other side, it'll be exactly the same. So yeah, I'll do the other side and then I'll come back to you when I start doing the diff or gearbox. Okay, so here's the front axle. There's the fill plug, and here's the drain plug. So this is the bit I don't have a proper tool for, but what I have actually managed to break them all off or crack them all off, but they're basically, so we got a spanner in the end of it like that, and was able to undo it. I did have to get an adjustable spanner on here in order to help me crack them off, but yeah, I have managed to crack them all off now, so it should be a bit easier. I think I may order the special tool ready for next time I have to do this job. But so basically all I'm going to do is undo that, drain the fluid out, put it back in, undo this, fill it up. I think it's 1.75 litres, I think. You basically just fill them up till it starts to come back out of it though. Yeah, and then put it back in. So it's really awkward to try and video this. I'm having to do it while holding it, so I probably won't video it, but it's a really basic procedure. Right, so I've bought a basically an oil filler. So I've not used this before, so I'm going to try it for the first time today. Basically you fill it with your EP90 through there, pump it up, choose your appropriate nozzle, squirt it in the hole. So yeah, going to give this a go. Normally I've like struggled with small bottles and a piece of tube into the holes. I just think this might make my life a little bit easier. Also, something I forgot to mention before, it's always best to try and make sure that your fill plug comes undone before you drain any fluid out, because you don't want to be stuck with no fluid in anything and not being able to top it back up. So yeah, I'm going to have a go with playing with this new little tool, and hopefully I'll get this axle topped back up with EP90. Okay, so I've pumped this up, put a little bit of pressure in it. I've measured out 175 mil into here, so hopefully, or 1.75 litres I've measured out to it, so hopefully it's just a case now of filling this up. I'm not sure how long this is going to take to go in, but it's definitely easier than trying to squeeze a bottle with a tube, getting it into the diff. Okay, so that took about 10 minutes to get that to go in. It was really slow going through that pipe, but like I said, it is easier than trying to squeeze it out of a bottle. Not as quick, but it is easier. There's the oil that I drained out. Horrible and dirty. Well due a change. So that's the front axle done, both swivels. Next I'm going to do the gearbox. Okay, so underneath the car, the Land Rover, is the drain plug for the gearbox, and then the fill plug is that there, just on the side. So it's really awkward to get a bottle of the tube into there, which is the main reason that I bought that pressurised oil filler. So yeah, I'm just going to do this one next. The transfer box, the drain plug's at the bottom there, and there is a filler on this edge, and then the rear axle is basically the same as the front. The drain plug's on the bottom. The only difference is the fill plug on this one is on this side of it, rather than the like back facing edge of the axle. It's on the front facing edge. I'm running out of time today to be able to video it all and get it finished. So I think you've seen the basic idea of how to do it, and yeah, I'm just gonna finish the rest of it off camera. Right, jobbed. It's all done. glad I did it. All the oil did need changing. It was all like dirty and black. I put a bit more pressure in that like oil filler. Seemed to go in a little bit quicker then. So yeah, I'm glad I bought that. It's definitely easier than messing about squeezing it out of bottles with a longer tube. If you stayed this long, thanks for watching. If you like the videos, subscribe to the channel. There'll be more stuff coming on the Landy, and I've got a truck video coming soon. I'm pretty much at the next stage where I'm about to finish editing a video for that. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. See you on the next one.